up, wake 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 up. Wake up. It's 9 a.m. Do you know where your brain is, nigga? 9 a.m. This shit came fast. Threw me off. Y'all messing with the time and throwing it back and forth. I get settled in. We're gonna play a video by Doc while everybody settle in and gets wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. 9 a.m. wake up show with Prince and New, baby. You know who it is.
First question, and I had wanted to know the difference between saying the word illusion and the Hebrew word illegal.
That's me. Fucking up. Go back to that. There we go. Let's start it over. Wake up, wake up, wake up, man. Time to get up, man. Wake up show. With the one and only Prince of New, man. Gotta get this shit right, man. Gotta get it right, man. Yep, man. Yep, man. Welcome, everybody. Give me a second.
First question is on page 679, and
let's just fuck it up.
And that's why you still are believing in him. The Jesus Christ we're talking about has been found. If you find the Father, you will find the Son. You follow that? You're right. We may not be talking about the same Jesus. We're not talking about a little Jewish boy 2,000 years ago. You're right. We're talking about the one that's on the wall. Like Daniel said, the writing is on the wall. We're talking about the one you can see, hear, taste, smell, and feel. We're talking about the Jesus that y'all are now having to bear witness to. We're talking about God the Father, God the Son, and the Blessed Mother, but they are found, no longer living in a mystery. Otherwise, the statement in the Bible, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, is bull. Because to know the truth, I'm not working on belief or faith. You see what day and time we're in? Oh, by the way, that's another thing they don't like. They don't like when we use the word God. So they say, no, they believe in more than one God. And then they say Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And then they say, but they're all one. You know, like a egg. There's the shell, There, right? There's the beirut, and there's the yoke. See? All three in one. I say, and becoming. And what are they becoming? That's not the finished product. The egg is not the finished product. The egg is a process going forward to becoming something. So are you telling me God is incomplete in the Trinity and he's in the process of going to become something? What is it he's becoming? Where is he going? But in ancient Egypt, we no longer have to look for the mystery. We no longer have to be banging on doors and hoping that the truth is behind them. They all prayed and screamed and cheered and hoped that their form of Jesus Christ would show up in the year 2000. They were set. They were happy. You remember them? When all telling Jesus is coming now, we was like, yeah, right. Jesus was coming by the year 2000. You know who ended up coming? Osiris. He did come because the Egyptians dug him up and found his body. It's not a myth no more. He did come. How are they going to deal with that? And if he came, who else came? Huh? Isis came. Oh, Isis. And if Isis came, who else came? Horus. If that's true, then the story of Tehuti being there, Satukh being there, all of these other men and all these other people that are on the walls in Egypt that they kept telling us were paganistic myths are becoming real. Can we deal with our own truth? Or do we continue to live in their lives just because we're adjusted to it? Just because it feels comfortable to us? Are we willing to stand up and face the facts and tell people we found Christ, which was being interpreted the Messiah? We found a man who you had us worshiping, but you had us worshiping in what? In your image. And we were warned in the book of Revelations. They described the devil to us. You know how you know they described the devil to you? Because when they describe Christ to us, and Christ is the Son of God, check it out, man. They describe Christ, right? What did they say? He had hair like lamb's wool. They describe someone who's colored. So if he's the Son of God, and that's his description, I don't have to ask you for the description of the devil. So I know the devil is going to be the opposite description of God. I don't have to ask you what the devil look like. I got the devil here and God here. Do I have to look in that direction if I see God? No. You may not like to hear white people are the devil, especially when you're in a country ruled by white people for a little while. We may not want to digest that. That's kind of frightening whenever you're sheriff, cop, police, teacher, fireman, judge, lawyer, and most people with money are all Caucasian. Now, that don't mean all Caucasians are the devil. So we got some black devils, let's be real. Must I go there? Because, you know, every now and then you start talking about Caucasian being devil, black people start thinking that they ain't devil. I know a whole bunch of nigga devils. The devil is doing his work, y'all, 24 hours a day. Fighting our families amongst us. That's why Jesus said what? Who betrayed Christ? His own. They may have betrayed him to the Romans, but they were his own Jewish people who came to him, so-called Levite priests, and said, you know, we don't stone you for the fact that you say this. We stone you for the blasphemy that you say you're the Son of God. Right in St. John, Jesus answered and said, well, isn't that written in the law, all you the children of God? Isn't that not in the Torah? Isn't that not in the book of Psalms? Didn't David get this? Didn't it say in the law, all you the children of God, what? Ilion El in Hebrew. Those of you know the English. Right? You may be a God, but you are a son and daughter of the Most High. That's God's way of saying, you can be as cocky as you want to be, but don't start thinking you're me, because I will, push you down the stairs a couple of times. God has a way of pulling the rug up from under you when you get a little too cocky. Right now, Muslims go to Mecca and they're all getting this God complex. Every year they go, there's a plague. There's a disease. There's something that collapses. Why? You know why? Because them Muslims are out there taking God's laws in their own hands and justifying terrorism and saying Allah said do this. Allah said do that. Allah makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. He don't need you blowing up no buildings. If Allah is God, he has the power to blow up a building if he wants, don't you think? But a whole bunch of guys are sitting around who are bored after they had read the Quran and fumbled through the Hadith, ate a couple of dates. I know, I've been in them type of circles in these. They ain't got nothing else to do. They heard the Quran everywhere it can be recited, every direction you can take it, and they are bored. The real Arab is all wrapped up in the Quran, and he's waiting for fire and brimstone to come and him going to heaven and get black-eyed maidens. That's all he's thinking about. But there's another group that are bored, and they take Allah's job into their own hands and say, I have the right to do this. That's what's going on in Israel right now. The Jews want Solomon's temple. The Muslims say, we call it Masjid al-Aqsa, and it's ours. The Jews said, no, if the Quran says that it came from the Torah or the Old Testament and the Injil, the Revelation and the Evangel, then this is really our building. Correct? You hear the conversation? And people are getting blown up and killed because of that. You know where the mistake comes in? Huh? It doesn't belong to Muslims or Jews. It's Beit Allah. It's supposed to be God's house. That's where the problem's coming in. You're fighting over God's house. You're claiming that this holy temple in Jerusalem is God's temple, but the Jews say, no, it's our temple. The Muslims go, no, it's not. And the Christians are afraid. They in there too. They ain't strong enough in Jerusalem to say, no, they really get hurt. They say, they're going. And now there's people over there blowing each other up and killing each other. You follow? Only because they're dealing with faith. Only because they're dealing with belief. Because they haven't sat down at a table together and said, let's go through the scriptures and see. First, let's see if the scriptures are true. These people are killing each other over faith and belief. And if you came to them with the truth, they would panic. That's why I wrote that book, Jesus Found in Egypt. I want to see how they get around it. You know me, I write books just to see what happens. You know what I mean? I just write a book, these 360 questions to ask the Muslims. I just want to see if they can answer. It says 360 questions. And the Israelites over there going, where's our book? Anybody else want a book? We got one for you. You can ask anybody 360 questions. Whether or not they can answer what's important. And the answers are coming out of nature. The truth is manifesting itself in front of us. But we're afraid. Tamahoos, another word for Caucasians, have Egypt on television every week. They're on their third mummy movie. Just last week, they were talking about the other one, was the Prince of Egypt. They did Cleopatra over 4 times in the last 5 years. If you check import, they got more Egyptian statues. You go to any bookstore, take a major bookstore like Borders, and go into the Egyptian section. And you find hundreds of books on Egypt. Every white person in the world is writing about us. And they see their noses. They see them lips. They definitely can't miss Uncle Unton's lips. They see them big old noses. They see Manju Hotep's black skin. When they cracked open Tutankhamun's tomb, they saw 2 black guys standing like this. They wasn't brown. They wasn't beige. They were Bolak. That's B-O-Lac. So we have 2 of them. We made sure we put it right there in front of the Bolak pyramids. So when you walk around, every time you walk around, you go, and I do that because I want you to know that every time a white person walks by and sees the 2 statues, they go, and they'll spend their last dollar going on vacation to Egypt. Go to France. Go to Germany. Go to Sweden, which is their Germany. Go where else? Holland. Where else they come from? Where else can they go? Denmark. Where else they came from? Where else? Norway. Hell. Where else? why are so many white folks in Egypt? I went to the university in Egypt, in Cairo, and you can see bus loads of them. Bus loads of old little chickens coming to the hotels, you know, walking around the pyramids, looking in the pyramids, seeing your face there, saying, my God, which is not their God, but my God, look. Them go down, then they make the gravest mistake. They get on a boat and they float down to Aswan. When they get down to Aswan, they might as well be in Harlem. I'm saying the only difference is the language. The body language is the same. You see Nubians, but you see them by the hundreds all over Egypt. Why are they there? Because they want to know the truth. They want to see it for themselves. They heard about it their whole life. They heard that the niggas in America are the lost tribe. They're y'all the original Hebrews. They're y'all the original Ishmaelites. The original Israelites. All them tribes they mentioned in the Bible and some more. You say, well, how can we be all of that? Look around here and look at all the different faces. Look at all the different shaped eyes and noses. Someone meticulously went out and started grabbing people from the Ashanti, from the Mendinga, from the Yoruba, from the Hausa, from the Dongala, from the Jaliya, from the Sharia. I can just go on. They picked a whole bunch of us. Some got wavy hair, some got nappy hair, some got that hair that you can't call nappy because you don't know what it is, it just sits there. I got a son with hair like that. It's like, you sure this is hair? And yes, you can't comb it, you can't do nothing. Perm just leave. Perm just leave. Perm just says, no, I want nothing to do with this. You ever see people here like that where each knot look like they screwed it in one by one? And then, I don't know what tribe after they came, I ain't seen them. The nappy headites or something, I don't know. But we have people with every texture here, every shaped nose, every color eye. That's because some of y'all are Israelites, some of y'all are Ishmaelites, some of y'all are Nubians from Egypt, some of y'all was born here from the Congo, some of y'all from Kenya, some of y'all from Uganda, some of y'all are Ethiopians. Y'all are made up of all them tribes. If you, let's say, scan through a book throughout Africa, you start seeing people like, shoot, they go Ralph. Am I lying? You be like, they look like Ralph. You can walk up and say, what's up, Ralph? Ooh, look at them. We are a great people. I ain't gotta keep pumping this in your head. You are those African tribes. You always were Yoruba. Islam is something that they gave you. Islam is simple silliness. I was born a Muslim. It's silliness. It don't make no sense when you get right down to it. But in its pristine purity, before it got adulterated by opinions and philosophies and hadiths and traditions and customs, was beautiful. Because it said a state of peace. But you know what it said in the Quran? Muslims greet each other with the statement, Assalamu alaikum fi jannah. Fi jannah. In Arabic, that means in paradise. That's when they say Assalamu alaikum. That's what the Quran says. It never says that a Muslim should greet another Muslim on the streets on earth and say Assalamu alaikum. If any of you Muslims who are ex-Muslims or still Muslims know that I'm telling you the truth. It says the place is called in paradise. It says Darul Islam. Darul Islam. Dar means the abode or place of peace. You see what I'm saying? And that was in heaven, not on earth. Allah doesn't expect us to have happiness on earth. You understand me? And Jesus answered them like this. Blessed are the, for they shall be called. Talking in the future. Jesus spoke about Muslims in the future. Blessed are the peacemakers. They make it look like Jesus Christ is coming with the very end, and that's not true, because he says in St. John's, I'm going to send another comforter. They spoke about a comforter coming, a spirit of truth, right, after Jesus. But then Rasulullah Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, came, Muhammad did, as a comforter. But Muslims thought it was over there. You know what happened? The disciples of Muhammad gathered with him in the Surah Al-Baqarah, 2nd chapter, 214 verse, and they asked him, Mata Nasrullahi ya Rasulullah. Mata Nasrullahi. When is the Nasrullah coming? He says, Illa Nasrullahi qareeban. Surely the help from Allah is near. Qareeb is Arabic for coming soon. Now here Muhammad is here on earth. They call him the last prophet, the seal of the prophets. You with me? Yet when his disciples asked him in the 2nd chapter, 214 verse, when, tell us Muhammad, when is the help coming? Muhammad's answer is, surely the help is coming soon. Ain't that deep? And he named the help. He said, Inna Nasrullah. Inna Nasrullahi qareeban. The Nasrullah. Then as you go through the Quran and you ask a Muslim, what is the word for Christians in the Quran? They say Nasr. Jews are called Yahudi. Then there's Sabians. But the Christians are called Nasr. And in the Holy Quran, right, 61:14, they called Jesus' disciples what? They said Nasrullahi. Jesus said, men, Nasri, who are my helpers? They said, Inna Nasri, Inna Nasrullahi. Surely we are Allah's helpers. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ansarullah. So, all you who are believers or faithful or true or worshippers of Amun, become Ansarullah. They didn't leave Amun out of the New Testament, you know. Amun follows faith through the whole New Testament, and Jesus in Revelation chapter 3 verse 14, right, says what? Amun, the faithful, the true witness, the deity that witnessed the beginning of creation of God. It says, right in your Bible, book of Revelations, that the deity called Amen, and it's in a noun form. It's not to be used as a verb or a transit. It's a noun. They said Amen, the faithful witness, the beginning of the creation of God. This person or this being called the Amen in Revelations witnessed Jesus' birth. Creation of God. And Jesus was God in flesh, according to the Quran. And what? According to the Quran, Jesus was God in flesh, because the Quran refers to Jesus as Kalimullah. Refers to Jesus as Ruhullah. Ruhu in Arabic means the wind, the breath, the soul. Calls Jesus the Ruhullah. Calls him Kalimullah. Kalimullah means the very words that come out of my mouth. And it said he should not speak of himself, but only that which he hears shall he speak. He should glorify my name. Calls Jesus in the Quran the words of Allah, the soul of Allah. Said that Jesus spoke while he was yet in a cradle. He was an infant. He hadn't mastered the art of vocalizing. He hasn't mastered the art of speaking yet, because he was still in the cradle. Yet he held conversation. The Quran tells you how that happened by saying Jesus was the Spirit of Allah and the Word of Allah. That means God's Spirit was in that child, and that child was speaking on behalf of God. Otherwise, no little infant in no cradle could go. Am I right? Will a Muslim bear witness to that fact? No. They will wrestle with that all day. For it's right there in front of you, in Arabic. But if you read the English translation of the Quran, and you didn't learn the Arabic language, or it's not your mother tongue, you'll never see it. And that's why they come to America and give them Yusuf Ali, Maulana Muhammad Ali, Pickthall, Dagwood. And they could have spent the years that they were Muslims, the Arabs could have built universities, all the kind of money they have, and made sure every American Muslim was fluent in Arabic. You know what their greatest fear is? One day somebody's going to do an online Quran the way they did an online Bible. Understand? We can look at every word and see its true meaning. Because the moment people can analyze the Quran like that, that's the end of Islam, and they know it. None of the practices that they implicate today would show up. Nowhere in the Quran does it tell you to touch your hood, to sit on the floor and point your finger like this. Not there. Nowhere in the Quran that says put your fingers behind your ears. It's not there. Quran doesn't say pray 5 times a day. Quran says pray 7 times. And how can you pray 5 times a day and make salat al-isha? Listen again before you question. How can you be praying 5 times a day and make Surat al-Asr? What is Surat al-Asr? That's the night prayer. So there's not 5 prayers daily. You know what I'm saying? Now, how many prayers are there daily? First, let's establish daily. Every time I talk to y'all, I like to tell y'all something you never heard before. Isn't that what I do? Let me tell you something you never heard before. Right? Sunday. Say Sunday. That means sun and day. Right? What's Monday? But the sun is still shining. Let's do it again. Let's say it again. Sunday. You with me? Got it? And that means the day as the sun shines during the... Now we come to Monday's moon day. How can you have moon day? It's moon what? Right. Now, let's go to the next one. Now we got Tuesday. Now, what is Tuesday really? No, Tuesday is really Sunday. Just as Monday is really. And any day that the sun is shining is called Sunday. Now, why did they trick us? You know why they trick us? Because they got us to the point where we believe anything they say and we don't critique it. We haven't stopped. See, now that I said it, you know, some niggas are saying, under the whole world. I don't mind, yo, it's cool. It's all right, it's all right. But the deep thing is, just think about what they did to you. You've been walking around South City Monday morning. All right? No, but yeah, meet me Monday night. Meet me Monday night? Say Monday night. Ain't something wrong with that in right knowledge? How can you have a Monday night? Is there such thing as Sunday night? No, once it becomes night, it's no longer sun. So now we have to change everything in our vernacular around and say stuff like Sunday and sun, right? What? No, Mon night is in the morning because the moon is out. So if it's Mon, the moon is there. I don't care if the sun is shining or not. If you call it Mon, the moon is there. The sun and the moon can't shine at the same time according to them. Right? So it's moon night, which means it don't make no sense, so we got to get rid of it. Now we done lost a whole period of time. If I didn't say that, y'all were going to say a whole day. That's how well the program, you know what I'm saying? Watch, you've lost a whole, you see how you instinctively want to go whole? That's how you know the spell was in there. Are you with that? All right, now if that happens with days, how do weeks become weaker than days if there's more time in a week than there's in a day? Or better yet, shouldn't the second be the week? Because at least with a second, you get another chance. So shouldn't it really be week, 60 weeks, make up a minute? Now, you say, oh, no, you're looking at me like, is he misspelling a week? Is he mistaking W-E-E-K with W-E-X? Listen, phonetics is the same. The people speak first or write first. Right, so they had to figure out that didn't make no sense and create a second word. You understand? That's why there's wake. You know how wake sounds? Wake me. Wake me up. Shake me. You see what they did? They tied in tones that entrap us. I'm going to tell you, crisis. How close that is. You see the entrapment in the mind? Christ and crisis. These are all part of a plot that enslaved us mentally and made it capable for them to just about say anything over the medium and control the way we feel about what we hear. You understand what I'm saying? As they talk to us, because they have control of phonetics. In other words, they put letters to match phonetics, they create tones, which have various meanings. Let's take a word, it can have various meanings, it has the same basic phonetical sound. Even though people could get technical and say, well, bear, B-E-E-R, and bear to be bare naked, and the bear that attacks you, actually on all different words, right? But who speaks that clear? Who actually really distinguishes when they're talking? And don't say y'all, because y'all niggas say, I'm gonna see you later. There ain't no word in the dictionary. Where you going? Where you going, man? Where you going? What's your name is? We didn't like N, so we changed it to B. What's your name is? Who he? The nigga with you. Who he? Yeah, what you know? Yeah, who that? Who that? Who that is? That's it. Who that is? What you say? What you say? Which way you say? What you say? But that's all done purposely. Tones. Because that's why you can listen to certain music and it can make you feel sad. If I put on some calypso, everybody gets a certain feeling. If I put on James Brown, you could call James Brown country. And you could be city slick nigga. But James Brown will make a city slick nigga pat his foot. Something about the magic of James Brown's rhythms that make you start doing it there. Certain musicians got magic. And they can get on out. Michael Jackson, I mean, for whatever he turned out to be, he had beats that I don't care who you are. You can say, I don't like him. You know, I don't like what he did to himself. He cut off his nose and some nigga with a permit saying, he cut off his nose and he bleached out his skin and he got 3 holes in their ears up here. There's no reason for him to do that way. You can say that there, but when his music starts playing, like Billie Jean, you be thinking like, am I lying? Or is that the truth? That tells you there's some magic in music. That means there's some magic in tone. And that's why there's a concentrated effort to remove our languages from us and have us speak in English. They don't want nobody who speaks Spanish speaking Spanish. They don't want no Latin speaking people because there's tones in the language. Not the way we're speaking it in Holland, where we done mixed in English, but the way our grandparents spoke it. And most of the kids couldn't understand it. I had relatives that spoke Portuguese. I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about. And they just going like this. Okay. Only time I worried when the hand went up. No. Not when the hand went up. When the hand was coming down. When the hand was up, I still could get out of the way. There's a concentrated effort. That's why there's so much being put into Nawapi. There's a concentrated effort for you to eliminate. What nationality are you? American. What's your nationality? You American? What's your nationality? Oh, you American? I'm African. What nationality are you? British. Egyptian. That's another thing. We have to stop being everything but Nuwapians. That is our nationality. We're not Trinidadians. We're not Cubans. We're not Dominicans. We're not British. We're Nuwapians. You know why that's important? Because we hold the secret to its meaning. Sit with me for a minute. We hold a secret to its meaning. Nobody knows what a Nuwapian is but us. And if they decide to put it in their definitionary or dictionary, they will have to come to you. We have now introduced a word into the world, right? Regardless of what they say, they don't know what it means. They ask you, sound right reasonable. You're right, it doesn't mean sound right reasonable, but we're not going to tell you what it means until you tell us what Caucasian means. Do you understand what I mean by that? Because what you're reading in the dictionary doesn't necessarily mean that's what Caucasian means. Just because there's a mountain between the Black and Caspian Sea called the Caucasus Mountain, that doesn't mean that's what it means. And as many words as we capture, the meaning of is how we establish ourselves. because they have to come to us to ask what we mean when we say Nuwapi. When we say Rahubat. They say, what does that mean? It means Rahubat. What the hell does hello mean? I mean, we know about hello, we know about that, but other than that, hello means what? Hello, right? Hi. Well, no, it depends. No, I got a friend, he's a different kind of high. Nah, he's always high. I'm talking, you know what I mean, the greeting. You introducing that. You bothered them with the word anu. What is this God y'all call anu? And you know, in the Bible, he showed them in the Bible. Here it is right there, anu. Pagan. He say, define the word pagan. You know what pagan means? Jamaican. How? It means Jamaican. You know why? Because Jamaicans are yard people. Yard gal, yard man, and the word pagan means in the yard. Look it up in a dictionary. It means in the yard. So all the Jamaicans are pagans. No, you do that because in doing that, you dissolve his plot. You follow that? When he calls you an atheist, you say, atheist, other than what? You know, hey, what's atheist? I'm against Theos. Well, shouldn't be a God. In America, you can't be an atheist in America. I know that sounds crazy. You can't be an atheist in America because the word Theos is a Greek word. And nobody's walking around here speaking Greek. So how can you call me an atheist in America? What would you have to call me? A God. A means against a God. So a God. And that would be wrong because God is a German word, Hut. So you'd only be able to call me an a God if we was in Germany. So what am I? You as Nuwapians are supposed to diffuse bullcrap. That's your job. Your job is when you see bullcrap, you diffuse it. I've written enough books breaking down enough things that when someone talks to you, it's almost a pleasure for you to take them apart piece by piece. And I always say, put them back together. Don't leave a brother or the sister walking like this down the street. That's some heavy shit that nigga just said. Put them back together because y'all been messing nigga up. You don't know that when you've been a Christian your whole life and someone just comes in one day and just snatches the whole world from you and say, Jesus was not crucified. They go, what? Jesus was not crucified. God cannot die for 1 minute. See, there's a difference. If I start questioning by saying, can God die? No, God can't die. Can God die for an hour? No. Can God die for a minute? No. Can God die for a second? No. So God cannot die, right? No, he don't. All right, I'll leave you there. I'll talk to you for 20 minutes, then I come back and say, when a person dies, do they give up their spirit? They go, yep, on the Bible. So if I'm dying, my soul leaves my body and goes to heaven. Yep. Can God's soul leave his body and go to heaven? No. So God's soul cannot leave his body and go to heaven. No. So on the 9th hour, when Jesus on the cross, you tricked me. You tricked me. That's what they'll tell you. They're smart. They're dumb. They go. You know, they get that dumb look like a dog goes. And he said, when Jesus was on the cross, the 9th hour, he gave up his ghost. So he died. If God died for 1 second, how much havoc could Satan reap on this planet? If God was busy on the cross resurrecting and going through all the stuff that they need while his hands were there and his feet was bound, while he was like this, able, because someone said, come on now, man. Right? Then I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do you a favor. I got power with the Roman Empire. You understand? I can get you down off that cross. Okay? So yeah, if you really want to get down off the cross, Jesus, just raise your right hand. That's all. Raise that right hand, you down here. So the whole purpose of nailing him to the cross is to make him immobilized, right? Make him unmobile. Can God ever be unmobile? You don't have to approach the God not being crucified by Jesus, because if you identify Jesus as God, then you are attributing things to him that are impossible and still remain God. Right? Because God can't be immobile. God cannot be confined to any one place at any one time. God cannot die. God cannot be born. You follow? God cannot give you anything. Understand what I mean by that? God cannot give you a thing. Not even intelligence. What has God given you? Nothing. You like to believe that God has focused on you and has given you things, but God has given you absolutely nothing. Now, I know God personally. See, I'm different. I know him personally. I'm saying. He lives, but he moves around a lot according to them. Sometimes he turns. I live on the 3rd floor, right? God lives on the 4th floor, 2 doors down from me. That's where he lives at. And I go by his house every now and then, I talk to him. And I say, God, that's what we call him. And now, who here don't believe it? Who here don't believe that I know God, he lives on 2 floors up for me, a couple of doors down? Who don't believe it? Oh, look, this one over there. Yo, man, I'm not kidding. He just was walking over there. He's sitting down right over there. He's sitting right over there between that pole. He's sitting right there. Now, who don't believe it? Why not? Huh? Can you prove it's not over there? Okay, tell me who God is to you. I am God. The people around me. You. Anybody who's in control. I knew. Hakalum. Dog. It's all the same as everything. So yeah. So he's not over there? Is he over there? We all, same God, same station. So God lives next to you. Right? God walks with you. God could be 2 floors up and 2 doors down in your apartment building. You see how truth can look stupid until you get to the bottom of it? God could be here. God can be there. God can. Say, God can do everything and anything less than being God. So even God in his mercy, you heard these years ago, and his wisdom has left room for the intelligent. You know what I'm saying? By saying I could do anything but be less than myself and still be me. He left room for you to indulge the thought. That's how merciful he is. Because he could have sealed it and made it impossible for you to even imagine that. But think about that. God can do everything but be less than God and still be God. Is that right? Can God be less than himself? So he left something that he can't do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in his image and after his likeness. The only difference is there's only one thing he can't do and millions that he can. And there's millions of things that you can't do and one that you can. And what's that one thing? Acknowledge God. Did I lose you? The one thing God cannot be is less than himself and still be God. That's the only thing he cannot do. And he put that there purposely. That's the one thing out of millions. Put you on the opposite side of that. Yeah? What do you do? I can think of a million things you cannot do. only one thing that you can really do, and that's accept God. You know what? That's important, because if you don't accept God, nothing else here is happening. Nothing here is going on. There are no clocks ticking. There are no lights coming off and on. There are no babies crying. There are no flowers growing. You with me? If you don't accept God, if you don't accept the existence of a being that makes things happen pre-you, then you have not accepted anything. If you accept that one thing first, then in fact you have accepted everything. That's what it means by the all. God is not in the all. God is not of the all. There's no definite article attached to all. We are the all. God is all. That's why the prayer went, I am in the
all.
Love of the all first. Y'all check. Make sure you got the first. All. The definite article disappears. I am in the love of the all. Then it comes back. All love is in me. So God, who cannot be contained in the universe, can fit in the hearts of every one of us, yet not there. Yet not there. What do I mean by that? God exists within you, yet he's not within you. If he was, you couldn't do the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? But the day that you accept God and let God take control of you, then you won't be able to do the wrong thing. And the day that you do the wrong thing is the day you evict God. Are you ready to be that deep? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think any of us are ready to be that deep. I don't think any of us are ready to walk that path where we cannot make a mistake. Are we? I don't think so. There are people who will tell you they're ready to embrace God in the totality of God. But if you embrace God in the totality of God and let God take control of you, then you can't make another mistake. And the disappointment is he doesn't go backwards. That will be going against his nature. So don't open up to God until you're ready. Be on the path to God. You understand? Be building a better character. Be becoming a better person. But don't open up to God until you are ready. Because the day you open up and he gets in, you can't close the door. Because he says, I open the door and what? No man shut it.
No man.
Every preacher and teacher is telling his congregation, open up and let God in. You need God in you. They're banging tambourines in churches. Thank you. And asking for God to possess them with the Holy Ghost, as they call it, or the Holy Spirit. Right? But the moment you are filled of the Holy Ghost, then you are pure. Is that right? And you can do no wrong. And if you do wrong, you're doing wrong by God now, not by man. So don't gather a bunch of people in rooms and bang on tambourines and call on God to possess them. And you're not ready to be possessed of God. We're working to better our character, to make us better people. I hope we are. To make ourselves better. We're working to help other people in the world other than ourselves. I hope so. Don't let nobody tell you to let God into your life. That's a satanic tactic. What is the possibility of you never doing another wrong thing? What is the possibility? They open the door for you to wrong God. I'd like to embrace God. I'd like God to take control of my life. But can I take control of the range when God's taking control of my life? You think, well, if he's in your life, then everything is straight. No, because you still have willpower. Something that you want, something that you're proud of. You say self-determination, the right to make decisions. Women constantly tell their husbands, I got a mind, I'm not just a female, I think too. Right? But we treat y'all like y'all don't have a mind. We treat y'all like y'all don't think. Is that right? Is that right, women? And we're right. Did y'all fall for that one? I tell you. No, right, but see, they ain't that right. Would men fall for that? No. No. Watch in a couple of minutes. But you understand what I'm saying? People, you gotta be careful when you're preaching and teaching to people, because right knowledge is very strong. It's been dormant for so many centuries that when you start hitting people with so many facts, you overload them sometimes. I've been teaching for how many years? Some overloading, see? Too many years. Too many years, actually. And I find out sometimes I'm talking to people and I stop and just change the subject. You know what I'm saying? I just change the subject and start joking or something, because you realize that people are far more timid than you know. That the mind is very much more delicate or fragile than you really know. And a person can be sitting there losing their mind, you won't know it. Because all they're doing is saying, it's true. Too much truth after so many lies can be very dangerous. So you got to learn how to, you talk to a person and laugh and joke a little bit and tell them a little. Don't sit there in the corner and try to unload the whole Bible on them. And sometimes I say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And I stay there for a little while and say, in the beginning, Rith Bereshit, Elohim Barra, Arith wa Shemarian. In the very beginning, God created the heavens and earth. I just stay there and say, do you hear that? And they go, no. Listen again. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You hear that? No. Listen again. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You hear that now? See? Y'all are waiting for something deep. See how you go like perch yourself in your mind like that, like y'all sat back and say, you can say something deep. You know, I can tell because his voice changed. He said, look, I stopped saying in the beginning, I started saying, in the beginning. See, I dropped the voice down to the deep voice. God created heaven and earth. I could have kept going, you know, y'all just said, in the beginning. God created heavens and earth. And you know what? If I do that long enough, some people would say, oh, I got it. I wasn't saying nothing, but in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. You got it? Anybody else got it? Huh? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That's the first line in the Bible. Now let me explain to you all what in the beginning God created the heaven and earth means. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. That's what it means. You know how you know that's what it means? Because that's what it says. They don't know that. And everybody starts adding stuff on there. It's crazy. And you got to recognize them. That's what it says in the Bible. When you see that spirit, test that spirit. Say, give them a quote out of the Bible and say, you know, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. What does that mean? There's people right up there online and say, let me tell you. When God said, in the beginning, they're going to have a dialogue. Then Farrakhan told them. Who got it from Elijah? Who got it from Ford? Who got it from the Freemasons? Who got it from the, you know what I'm saying? There's always somebody trying to add to the truth, to that which is simple, factual, because belief is a religion. You need people believing if you want to advocate some type of religious commitment. Because if you tell them enough facts back to back, it changes from a religion into what? if you continue to keep people believing things, you can get people to do anything you want. The world is in an uproar today. It's not being done by political scientists. It's not being done by archaeologists, paleontologists. They're not blowing up people and killing each other. It's religious people that keep the world in turmoil. You understand? They just passed a new bill. You know what it says? That high schools can be used for Christian services after school. They just passed the bill. And yet we can't have prayer in school in the morning. Something wrong here? Is something loose? I'm going to tell you this is what happens. This is what the society does to you. It tells a woman, like I said years ago, that she can go to the beach with a bikini on, but if you knock on her door and she has a slip on, she'll tell you to wait. You met this girl on the beach this afternoon, and she had a string up the crack of her butt, that's all. 2 little things like Band-Aids hiding her breast, that was it. She was walking down the beach loose and bouncing, right? You meet her and say, I'm gonna come by and pick you up at 8 o'clock so we can go to dinner, and you get there a little early, and you knock on the door and she says, just a minute. I'm in my slip. Slip is a full-length satin gown from full-length arms covering everything. She won't let you see her in a slip, but she'll let you see her on the beach almost buck naked. If that ain't some type of mental trap or spell, something is wrong. Somebody is inside of our heads turning knobs. Anytime you want to see body parts, you sick people. You know what I mean by that? You hear there's an accident. You see the lights, you drive by doing this here. Trying to see on the floor where there's body parts. Hoping to see the blood. Is that not right? They call it rubbernecking. And people drive by and say, it's an accident here. I ain't seen nothing. You see nothing? I saw a foot. There's always a foot. Because shoes have a contract with God that they only stay on people when they're walking. I'm serious. I know I talked to God. He lives upstairs 2 doors away from me. Did you notice that? Whenever there's an accident, shoes have a way of getting out of it. Person can be knocked up in the air 30 feet, shoe be right there. I don't care if he was shot, hit by a truck, fell out of a plane. Niggas drown, their shoe be up on his right up on the bed. Right up there, and they didn't have to do it. What is it that shoes have a special pack where they manage to get out of a situation? Probably if the nigga stayed in his shoes, he wouldn't have an accident. That's an abstract reality. That's an abstract reality that you laugh at, but it's real. And you can't explain it. Like your obsession with seeing someone hurt. Or this movie is guaranteed to scare the hell out of you. You actually give somebody your money to go in a dark room with a 30-foot damn screen. After I said, this movie is guaranteed to scare the heck out of you. You actually go in there too, brother, sit there and like that. Or with pop like this. Oh, and if you're with a woman, you can't front, so you don't have to say that. Don't you guys don't worry about it. Right? But you go back to the cinema again and see a horror movie. Something is sick about us. Is that not right? Something inside is not working. You follow me? And in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. I think it was appropriate because it was nice and quiet. Everybody was listening. You understand? This tells us we need correcting. We need a new way of thinking, a new pattern of thinking, new concepts. And you know when they're going to come? When we give him back his bull. Because all of that came with him. All of that type of thinking came with the white man. I'm saying? He's the one who got us wanting to watch people get cut up. All you gotta do is turn to his programs. You get a bunch of big old cars with big wheels just crashing into it. They got a program now where they make machines and the machines just crash up other machines. Battle bots. And this is entertainment to Caucasians. You understand? Boxing with gloves was not enough. Now they have He-Man fighting and what's the other one? Where they actually get in the ring, people, and fight bare fists, right? Tough man contests. Regular boxing was no longer fun because niggas were winning. Golf ain't gonna be no fun soon with Tiger Woods around. You understand? Now they got 7 brothers in hockey. We talked about that years ago. They gave 7 African spears. 7 Africans with spears on ice. You understand what I'm saying? And you know a nigga with a stick in his hand with white people coming at him on ice is not gonna be thinking about a puck. But I bet you within a couple of years, we're gonna have some black hockey stars. The #1 chess champion in the world is a nigga. That's right. Is that right? What is happening to his system? You know what's happening? We're breaking away from it, and the divinity is starting to develop in us. And as the divinity develops in us, you know what we're doing? We're using that old black magic to pull sarcophagus out the ground. We're bringing Osiris and them back to life. Because now they're talking about Osiris in Egypt. And as they talk about the discovery of Osiris, Muslims are getting mad. So they go to China and they think by tearing down a Buddha statue, they're going to tear down Buddha. And all they did is brought the world's consciousness to Buddha, who didn't even know there was Buddha statues in Afghanistan. And then some people didn't know who Buddha was. And then they said, who's Buddha? Who's the statue they tear down? And someone had to explain to them who Buddha was. And what they did is advocated or propagated Buddhism in the stupidest way. This is what's happening to us right now. Egypt is coming in. It's coming in fast. You follow? You're on the wall. No doubt about it. You have any doubts about your face being on the wall? No doubt about it. You found who you are. Give up all other nationalities, all other races, and say, I am a Nawapi. That's my race. That's my nationality. What's a Nawapi? Me. Well, I know some people who are from the Dominican Republic who call themselves Nawapians. They are Nawapians. They just happen to be born in the Dominican Republic, but they're Nawapians by race. Make it a race. Make it a nationality. Doesn't mean you're not respecting the American government when here or the British government when you're there, because if you don't do that, then they have laws to restrict you or confine you or call you subversive or anti-this. Well, everybody's anti-everything who thinks in this country. But be a Nawapian, learn the language, get the language into the kids. You follow what I'm saying? Because it'll be interesting one day when you're just walking along and you just start talking in your language to your kids. In Nawapi, you look at a Caucasian's face. We've done it before. They go, excuse me. Say what? Where are you from? Brooklyn. No. I mean, originally. Oh. What's the guy from Brooklyn? What language are you speaking? Ancient Egyptian. What? Bladders. Right, do the thing. These people are speaking their own language. That is the birth of a nation. Do you realize that those children will have an accent? If you start them speaking their language now, they'll have an accent. Do you know that the ancient Egyptian language is put together in a way that if you master it, you also be simultaneously mastering Arabic, Hebrew, Aramic, Ge'ez, and Amharic simultaneously? That the bridge to those other dialects are as simple as learning their alphabets and how certain vowels are shifted? phonetics. That you'll be able to speak to an Arabic or Hebrew in Hebrew, which is no such thing actually, but we'll go for the time being. You understand what I'm trying to do? And because they see how close I am to succeeding, where a lot of other so-called black leaders failed, there's a concentrated effort to stop them. They'll do anything to stop us, especially now. Because where is our opposition? In other words, like it says, who can stand against us now? Who can? 5%? Sunnis? Ahmadiyya? Who? Freemasons? I know things about Freemasonry they don't know. They're asking me. Who can stand against us now? We have crossed the hardest part of the journey across the desert. And anybody who's following me from years, from Brooklyn, I told them, I said, what we're doing is we're crossing the desert and the sun is behind us, and we better be more than halfway across that desert before high noon. Because when that's above us, and we're not strong enough to make it, we're not going to make it. And if your friend falls down when we get near noon, you can't go back and get him or her. That's what Christ said. Many of them have fallen asleep. Right? Don't think everybody's going to make it that you like. Many are called, yet few are chosen. All of us are not going to make it. Yeah? Some of y'all are going to fall out the boat. It's a hard, rough journey across the desert. And the oases are few and far. The path is rough at times and smooth at others. So everybody is not made to make it. قال الله تعالى في القرآن وَتَصْلُوا بِالْحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. That means hold on to the rope of God and don't separate. That means hold on. Why would God put something like that in a holy book? وَتَصْلُوا بِالْحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Why would he put something like that in a scripture? Hold on and don't let go. Because he knew there'd be trying times for us. Hard times. We went through a battle for some of you folks that are new around here. We went through a battle with demons in Putnam County. And we warred against these devils, am I right? They did everything in their power to take this land and make sure that what's happening right now does not go on. They tried every trick in the book. They ain't finished. They tried slander, defamation of character. They tried to lock brothers up, harass sisters on the street, stop every car coming down, make sure they did everything they could. And not one person come out and help us. Why? Because they had us marked as a cult. Oh, there's some crazy suicide cult. Let me sit down for a minute here. And I'll say what I've been saying to y'all for years. Please name one black suicide cult. Name one suicide cult. Don't say the ones in Africa because they were under European missionaries. Do a little research. Don't say Jim Jones. Jim Jones was what? And that wasn't even suicide. That's one of the biggest hoax they tell you. It was about diamonds. It's about oil in Guyana. There's rubies in Guyana. There's wealth in Guyana. They was over there mining. And some governor's daughter got hooked up and fell in love with one of the guys who worked over there. You understand? And when the governor went over there to play cult buster to snatch his daughter out, he came in with a military force and had a shootout because the people there were there to protect the diamonds. Go back and study. Us older folks were here when it was taking place. So when them planes came in, the security there to protect the diamonds, they were using the so-called people to dig, to sort out Guyanese gold. Guyanese gold was coming in the country because America was going to trick the niggas. Because during that time, everybody was starting to wear gold bangles. And Guyanese gold is like cowboy gold. It's not real, but it looks real. Like having you women who got zirconias on your finger and think you got diamonds. It look real. They had plans, and their plans were aborted because of one governor or senator who went over there and got shot. And then they went in and massacred the people and said they took poison. But they slipped. They said they took cyanide poison. And you can't take cyanide poison and lay on the ground. You bounce around, you get cramps, you jump up. You can't take cyanide and lay like this and die. You can do that if someone's firing above you. If someone's shooting above your head, you will naturally lay down and cover the way they found those bodies. But they'll tell us to shut the public up. Oh, cult suicide. Everybody over in Heaven's Gate, they went out and bought new sneakers, new knapsacks, new blankets, and then committed suicide. Please tell me why a person would buy new sneakers, new knapsack, and new blankets. I understand the knapsack and blankets. I don't understand why a dead person needs sneakers, new sneakers, if they knew they were going to commit suicide. Huh? But what most people don't know is that your hoarder. You know who your hoarder is? Star Trek. Her brother was a part of that group. And she has been dormant as an actress since Star Trek went off and just started getting parts. And got a little money. And wanted her brother out of that cult. You understand? Because her career was in jeopardy of her being exposed to have a brother that belongs to what they consider a fanatical cult. And because she's a religious icon in America, to be a part of Star Trek, you're like a god or a goddess. They did her a favor and wiped. I'm not saying that guy wasn't crazy. They made sure they got a picture where you saw him looking crazy. They killed those people. And then, religious cult, suicide. That's what they were saying about us. Oh, we're afraid that we heard they gathered around the pyramid over there, and they're going to, the year 2000, he's going to command them, and they're all going to commit suicide. I said, that's because y'all don't know niggas. Yeah, I know I belong to a cult. We doing this here. They said, we don't commit suicide. That shows white folks just don't know niggas. So, nigga, we ain't into suicide. Good night.
Yeah, that was the one and only Dr. Malachi Z. York L. right here on the 9 a.m. wake up show with your boy, your one and only Prince Anu, holding it down for us. He brought up a lot of interesting points. Go back, study the tape. Remember, we are those people in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Injil, the Atrahasis, the Enuma Elish, the cuneiform tablets, the holy tablets. We are the ones. We are the ones that they talking about. We are the ones that they scared of. You know what I mean? They don't want us to get right. They can't afford for us to get right. So they do everything in their power to hold us back, to lie, cheat, murder, steal, everything. Remember, you are the gods and the goddesses. Salute. You are 9 at 9. Weekdays. Every day, weekdays. So don't forget that. Go back, study the tape, check it out. Listen to it. Get in tune with it. Realize who you are. Make your words. I was talking to a sister last night. about 4 in the morning. And we was talking about all this magic and power and people doing something to her and putting curses on her and spells on her. I said, baby, that only worked because you let it. You have to become one with everything. See, Anu is one with the all. So he makes his words count. They respect his words. They know who he is. The all. Talking about Tamu, Nefu, and Set. Talking about the earth, the water, the air, and the fire. All respect Anu. Because Anu is one with everything. So once you become one with Anu, then you become one with everything. Then things will move with the command of your word. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a prime example. The Indians. Remember the Indians used to do the rain dance? The rain, but did it rain? You see what I'm saying? Because of their words. It was their words. It's your words that have the power. And the force that's behind your words. Meaning your intent. You see what I'm saying? Meaning your confidence in your words. You have to be true and real with your words and make your words count. You know, and the less lying you do, the less cheating, the less stealing, underhand and all that, the more power your words will have. You see what I'm saying? You got to be in tune to make your words be all and one with all. That's important. That's why Jesus said, I and the Father are one. We think the same. We move in the same accordance. We're in the same will. We after the same order. You see? I and the Father are one. And once you become one with Anu, then your words become his words. His words become your words. And this is not no belief, or this is not no religion, or this is not no bullshit. This is real. And that's how you do it. Your words. Your words are your power. Your words. So make your words count. And your power count. You say it's great rain, you got something to do? Talk to the clouds. Everything is ran off of emotions. Just like if you have a plant in your house, you often see women speaking to plants. Oh, look at you. You know this, you can be that. And the plant blossom and grow. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a living organism, just like the earth. Tamu Nefu Set, living organisms with conscience, the conscientious beings. You see what I'm saying? You can talk to that like hurricanes, the tornadoes, and you can cause all of that with your words. But it's the power behind your words that make it happen. Your force of will. We are who people? Created forces of will. You have to impose, you heard it? You have to impose your will with your words and your force that goes behind it. You know? Things are changing. Things this is not yesterday no more. I give you an example. In the Holy Tablets, if you look at that picture of Anu, we call him the Heavenly One. We call Anu the Heavenly One when he decided not to come down in flesh no more. He's going to reign in Lahut. The gases, the mental. You see what I'm saying? He's going to reign in the mental. He's not coming in flesh no more. He's not coming in flesh no more. He will not be sitting on the throne of Niberu. No, it's not even happening as we speak. If you go to Revelations, you will see the one who is sitting on the throne is the Alpha, the one. and the Omega, the 9. That's Doc. That's Doc all day long. That's the 19th elder. That's the 19th seat. He went from the 19th to the 25th seat. Now remember, the 25th seat is Anubis. So where is Anu if he's not on the throne? He's in Lahut. You see what I'm saying? Now Malachi was assigned to Malakut. Malakut is the liquid realm, the spiritual realm. In Malakut, the vibrations are sped up so fast that it appears to be liquid. Right? Now we in Nasut, the density realm. Everything is solid, dense. You know, the vibrations here are slower. You see what I'm saying? Much slower. So what's about to happen? What's about to happen? This is what's about to happen. The 144,000, the chosen ones that he was just talking about earlier on the tape, right? The ones that hang on to the rope, the ones that hang on to Nawapu, the ones that stay in the tabernacle. You see what I'm saying? The elect ones and the elect one. So you have the 144,000 are being bred, being raised to take over the heaven and the earth. It takes 144,000 crew members to run Niberu. Niberu is the throne. Niberu is a new throne. That's the 25th seat. The whole planet Niberu, that's the throne. That's the 25th seat. Then you have 24 thrones around that throne. These are the crafts that come off of that, like the Crystal City, the New Jerusalem, right? The city of peace. New city, Jah of Islam, peace. So these is 24 crafts that are around Nibiru, that's on Nibiru, which is the 25th seat. Do you follow me? And that new is in Lahut, the mental. Malachi will be going to Malakut, the liquid. In the liquid is all the material and elements it takes to make something on earth. Like all the elements that we use on earth lies in Malakut. You have to go through Doc or Malachi to bring anything into the earth realm or the density. All those materials lies in Malakut. Now the thought starts in Lahut, the gases, the mental. That's where the thought goes. If you want what I knew, your thought will go down, Malachi will bless it, and you have all the material you need to create whatever you need on earth. That's how it goes. 1, 2, and 3. From the gases to the liquid to the solid. So what's happening is, like I said, the 144,000 is being groomed, being raised to take over not only the earth, but the heaven, which is Nibiru. And that Son of Man, as it states in the Holy Tablets, the secrets of Adafa, who y'all know as Enoch, judgment of the mighty and the righteous. It says, in that hour, that Son of Man, not Jesus, not Tammuz, right? That Son of Man who have been hidden from the beginning. Jesus wasn't hidden from the beginning. Tammuz wasn't hidden from the beginning. This Son of Man, that Son of Man, will be named in the presence of the all. In that hour, we're going to name a new Anu, or a new king of Nibiru, king of the throne. So your next king of the throne will be a human man with an earth mother and an earth father. That's why they call him that son of man. Right? So that's what's been happening now. That's what's happening now. So that's why we call him the heavenly one. He's not coming down. He's not coming down no more in flesh. He decided not to do that no more. No more flesh. You know, I knew I never like coming here anyway. He come here and what y'all got going on? Just handle it. I'm out. Catch the next flight on niberu. Up out of here. So you have the 144,000 who being groomed, right? And the pickup will be at Rock Eagle Mount. I can't tell you the date because Lucifer he's going to try to get up into that city, right? Like on the Matrix, he was trying to get in Zion. Zion is another word for saying Anu, right? The city of Anu. So he's going to try to get up into that crystal city that John seen coming down, right? And in that hour, they're going to name the new Anu. Only the elect ones know this. Now you know. As I told you, they know I can't keep a secret. Don't tell Prince. Shit. We tell Prince gonna let it out. Prince don't hold no secrets, baby. I'm gonna let it out. So that's what's going on. The pickup will be at Rock Eagle Mound in Georgia. Remember, we meet in Shambhala. I know it sounds crazy, but it's facts. You can look this shit up. It's been facts for years. Years and years and years and years and years. So you look it up. So we already meet in Shambhala already. Right? Stop in and out of Shambhala. And Shambhala, you can go to Shambhala from a lot of places, what they call golden cities. Right? Right here in the US. One is in South Mountain in Phoenix. There's a golden door up there. Look this up. Look this up. All of this is in the Holy Tablets. All of this is documented facts online. Look it up on Google and all of that. It's a golden city. It's a golden door, I'm sorry, in Phoenix, in South Mountain, right over top of Elijah Muhammad's house. And that's why I go to, when I'm in Phoenix that's why I do my study and stuff. I can see Elijah's house from there. So we go inside, go down, meet in Shambhala, huddle up, have our meetings and shit, and then disperse. That's been going on for thousands of years. That's been going on. It's another city in Agrata, right? And Shambhala means sent of Allah. And we call the king, whoever's the king of the throne, the God, as y'all say, the Most High, we use king. On earth, we know him as Allah. So when he come to earth, Holy Tablets, chapter 1, come to earth, we call him Allah. But the 144,000 is being raised. They're going to be picked up, Rock Eagle Mound, and they're going to be taken to Orion. What happens is Orion is we get prepared for the different atmosphere. I don't know if you ever seen Superman when he's dealing with General Zod and they take him up on the ship and he go up and he's like, oh man, he's bleeding out the nose. He's getting weak, getting sick. They said because he's not used to this atmosphere. And then when Zod came to Earth, same thing happened because he was not used to the atmosphere. So we stop by Orion, get you used to the atmosphere, right? Then we board Niberu, where Tammuz is waiting to teach us, right? This will take 1,000 years while we up there, 1,000 years to be taught and groomed and get ready to take over Niberu and to take over the earth. 1,000 years. But here, we live on a Tuesday. We'll be back Wednesday. It's only be one day here. But to us, it'll be 1,000 years. And that's only because of the time. Once you leave this atmosphere and you hit a certain speed and then time slow down, time can move back and time can move forward and all that. You can do that with time. You can bend time. So they talk about warps and shit. You can bend time. So that's what be happening. Plus time is based on the rotation of the earth around the sun, which takes 1 year. See? But Nibiru, to rotate around our sun, takes 3,600 years. So you're going to be taking up, those who hold on to the rope, those who stay in the tabernacle, those who don't fall for the okie doke. Because if you read the holy tablets, you can't fall for the okie doke because everything is in the holy tablets. And you can't say that's outdated and all that. And that. No, that's what he came to give you. That's what he came for. But you wasn't ready. So I said, I came giving you what you want so you may want what I have to give. And what he had to give was the holy tablets. That came down in 66. It was published in 1967. That was the first book before he even started Ansar Allah and all of that. The holy tablets was here and published, in 1967. So you can't tell me that ain't the book. That's the book of the lambs, the scroll of eyes. That's when you enter into the college of Anu. You see? But most people don't read the holy tablets because somebody told them that's outdated information. How the fuck is that outdated information? When we going through the things he said we was going to go through right now. You see what I'm saying? And for future. Everything is covered in the holy tablets. Everything is covered in the holy tablets. You can get it online for free. You can download it now for free. No more selling it and, you know, trying to make money off some shit you ain't right, some shit you ain't sent down, you know. That's what niggas be doing. Oh, yeah, I mean, I went to the holy tablets and all that. All they trying to do is sell that shit, you know. All they trying to do is sell that shit. So the holy tablets came down in 66. Was published in 1967. You can look this up. Another thing happened in 66. The devil gave birth to 13 kids in New York. That's another thing that happened. Look that up. The Pope was there. Look it up. Look that up. Look that up. So all it is about you. Getting you ready to take over. Remember when Adam was born, everybody, the angels, the demons, everybody had to bow to Cadman. And everybody bowed except the rebellious one, Lucifer. So that shows you your divinity height right there. That puts you over top of everything and everybody, right? Except that new. And once you become one with that new, you don't become partners. You become anew. You see what I'm saying? You become anew. You be one, you become. So that's what all of this is about. It's always been about you. It's always going to be about you. You know, always going to be about you. This ain't about nothing else, nobody else but you. Remember, Jesus said, I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This ain't even about Israel. This is about you, the tribe of Judah, the lost sheep. See what I'm saying? The lost. You go back to Abraham. When Melchizedek was talking to Abraham, he told him, your generation will wake up in a strange land after being slaves for 400 years. They will wake up. Every other slave still kept his memory. They allowed them to keep their memory, their culture, and all that stuff. Not us. Our whole mind frame was wiped out. That's why you lost. Now you just starting to wake up. You're starting to realize who you are. You're not this thing that they said you was. You're not some jungle bunny that they caught in Africa and brung over here to be. You way more than that. You are the kings, the queens, the gods, the goddesses. You know, that's who you are. The lost. And that's who Jesus came for. Christians, Muslims, Jews can say all they want, but Jesus told you, the Father only sent me to the lost sheep. And see, all the rest of them was there. All the rest of the disciples represented the tribe. You see what I'm saying? But you wasn't there. You wasn't there. See what I'm saying? The lost sheep of the house of Israel only. Of Jacob's children. The lost. And that's you. That's me. That's us. Why you think they hate you so much? They know. Come on, halal is smarter than, man, halal will bury you niggas. If it wasn't for Anu and Doc, halal, man, halal will bury you niggas. Ain't got no knowledge on halal. Nothing. Not, you can't even look in the book and figure out where did Cain get his wife from. Simple stuff like that. Preachers can't even answer that question. You know, all the little, that's why they said when Murdoch was born, he had 4 eyes and 4 ears. He perceived things 4 times as much as you and heard things 4 times as much as you. You see that? So he can pick all that up. He picked all that up in the Quran and gave you pure Islam and Sarah. Picked all that up in the Torah, right? Gave you pure Judaism. Egyptology picked up, I mean, stuff that people never even seen. In the Quran, you say Al-Qadir, they don't even know who Al-Qadir is in the Quran. They don't even know who Malachi is in the Bible. And Malachi, if you read Malachi, they tell you the Lord, the one that was speaking, which is Doc, right, is coming back. Because he told you, if you don't listen to Elijah, I will send you Elijah. Now, have you ever heard of another man named Elijah that came and brought you some truth, white, black, yellow, brown, whatever? No. It's only one Elijah that came and fulfilled the Malachi prophecy. Turn the father to the children and the children to the father. Ain't nobody do that but Elijah. But because he was black and he was a man, right? And you all spooked out, right? You couldn't accept it. And he told you, if you don't accept Elijah, then I shall come with a curse. And he said, I shall come. Malachi shall come with a curse. That's why it's a great and dreadful day. Great for those who held on to the rope. And it's going to be dreadful for you outsiders, man. Y'all really think you know what's going on and you got it good. Y'all asses are in trouble. I'm telling you, these are facts beyond any shadow of a doubt. Facts. We don't do nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. You see what I'm saying? So they can say what they want about Doc. Oh, he in jail with her. I know he ain't in jail. I seen him. I seen the nigga. You look up. DC, I can't keep no secrets. Look up December 23rd, 2018. You'll see the little sham that Doc used, that they used to go from Orion to here, back and forth. Look that up. In Phoenix, over South Mountain, the same mountain I just talked about. Over South Mountain, they seen the crab. Come in. I'm always at South Mountain when I'm in Phoenix. That's my chill spot. That's my chill spot. And that's where he came. We didn't say a word. He did not say a word. Not a word. He did not say one. Everything was through the mind. Nothing come out of our mouth. I was just reading his expressions. I said one thing to him. I introduced him to my daughter. And he was like, oh, we breeding the deers now? That was it. Other than that, but I know what's going on, right? I know what's going on. I ain't never thought for a minute they could lock up Yanoon. He got 9 clones. I'm gonna tell you how it came. He got 9 clones on the land when you was dealing with Abanubi Rahupata clone. When you was dealing with whoever was teaching Judaism, clone. Reverend York, clone. It was a clone down on the land teaching all those different classes. And you notice each time a different class came, you had a different teacher. Y'all don't even know about that. You don't even know about clone. And he told you specifically to the ones that was down there, I am not here for these people who are on this land. Facts. Facts. My people are mental. Mental. These are facts. Fact, you ask anybody who's down in the land that been to them classes. They was wondering why he come in and he teach another class and his beard is this way, his hair is this way, it's gray, it's short, it's long, it's braided. These are clones. Clones. You niggas better wake up and don't tell me they ain't cloning. They been cloning. Nigga, they been cloning. And here's the master teacher. And you gonna tell me that they got, come on, man. Wake up. Wake up, bros. I'm telling you, wake up. Time is running out. The deadline is 2030. There's going to be pickups going along all the way up until 2030. That's 2030, that's it. But we're being groomed, those who stay in the tabernacle of Anu, right? Don't fall wayside to this thing like they did Jesus. The same thing happened to his student, Jesus. Remember, Jesus was at the order of Melchizedek. That was his student, right? That was his student. Jesus was Doc's student. That was his student. Now, what happened to Jesus? Was that Jesus on the cross? Nope. That wasn't Jesus on the cross. Read the story. It'll tell you. He came up to the upper room. The first thing he said, I'm hungry. After 3 days, came up and said, I'm hungry. Give me some meat. He didn't say vegetables. Give me some meat. I'm hungry. It's me. Touch me. I am alive. What y'all scared for? He told Mary Magdalene, why you here? When she came to the graveside, why you here? It was the gardener. And don't say we can't transform or shape tip and shit, because she didn't even know that was him. You see what I'm saying? He's standing right there. She thought he was the gardener. Now, this is a woman that was married to him. How you know she was married? Because only the wedding that oh man, the wedding they attended. I forgot the name of it. Right? That was the wedding of Mary and Jesus. And only a wife, if you know Jewish traditions, only a wife can come and prepare the body. Only a wife can do that. Or immediate family, no males, right? Can come and prepare the body. He asked her, why are you here at the dead looking for the living? Just that was it right there. I'm alive. You know what I mean? I'm alive. She said, they took my Rabboni. Please, if you know where yet, tell me. He right there. She didn't even know that was him. So don't tell me we can't transfigure. All right? Don't tell me stuff like that, because I know it's in there. All you got to do is read it. You see what I'm saying? All you got to do is read it. So don't let people talk you out of holding on to the tabernacle, holding on strong. Back to Jesus. They did the same thing to Jesus, right? It wasn't Jesus on the cross. He left, dodged out, went to Egypt, where he died at 120. And was taken out. He left that body and was taken out at 120. But they did the same thing. Then here come Paul, right? Who wasn't a disciple. Because if he wasn't a disciple, you couldn't be an apostle. Because only disciples can be apostles. A disciple is those that was there with Jesus. The apostles are the same people that was there, but without Jesus. Those are apostles. So if you wasn't there to be a disciple, there's no way you can be an apostle. That's why they was trying to take Paul, right, down to see John. But he didn't want to go. He refused. He refused because he knew he was wrong. So they did the same thing, right? They took the Old Testament, which Jesus followed, and Paul gave you a New Testament, which are letters that he was writing to his children while being confined on house arrest for the murders that he committed. He killed Christians. Paul was a Christian killer. He was able to kill them. So he did the okey doke on you. They did the okey doke. Same thing happened today. They said, oh, the Holy Tablets is outdated. You need the new stuff. Same thing happening. Student, teacher, same thing. Same thing. History always repeats itself. History always repeats itself. Always repeats itself. So some people got thrown off with that, right? Some people got thrown off. But see, that means you wasn't really faithful anyway. That's all that shit. All he was doing was shaking the tree and see who was going to fall off. And most of us fell off. A lot of people fell off. So the ones that hold on to the rope, these are your 144,000 elect ones. With that one, the elect one. There's 144,000 elect ones with your messiahs. And then you have one, the elect one. And he's under the wings of Anu. You see what I'm saying? All this is in the holy tablets. Secrets of Adafa, which you all know as Enoch. Y'all call Enoch. We call him Adafa. So all the stories in the Bible are true. Most, the Old Testament at least anyway. I don't mess with that new Paul shit, just like I don't mess with that Patarach shit. Paul, same thing. I mean, to each his own. I feel like the Patarach is in the kindergarten stages because some of them are learning some good stuff. But that's kindergarten. See, you're supposed to be in college now. You're supposed to be then graduated from that and held on. We're in a news college now. You see what I'm saying? So hold on tight. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. Just go with your gut. Go with your gut. That's what you do. Go with your gut and hold on and get back into that holy tablet. It answers all your questions. Or that was sent down from on high. People that say, oh, well, he had different beings talking to him. All that is he had the back. See this. Oh, man, I don't even want to get into that right now. That's a just hold on to the rope. Just hold on to the tabernacle. Get into the tablets. Get yourself back right, man. Get yourself back right. It's all in the tablets. Everything is in the tablet. If you have a problem, you don't understand something in the tablet, hit me up. Prince Anu info on Messenger. Prince Anu info on Google Hangouts. Prince Anu info on my YouTube channel. Prince Anu info on Facebook. Hit me. I answer questions 20. I don't work at all. I work for the Most High. He takes care of me. I don't scratch, itch, none of that shit. I'm good. See? So I'm always on there answering questions. You can ask anybody in the class. You know, I'm always in there answering your questions. You need help. A lot of times they answer my questions. I don't know everything. I got questions too. Only fool knows it all. So where we at? 10:48. All right. We had a little late start today. The little hour shit threw me off. See, in Arizona, we don't have that moving time for when moving time. We don't play with time like that. It's a natural thing in Arizona. Also, Arizona is a place of the vortex. I don't know if y'all know about vortexes, but Arizona, look it up. Google. I ain't saying shit that they don't know, that they ain't confirmed. So the Arizona, right now as we speak, the vortex is open in Arizona. It used to be in Tibet. That's where the monks and shit got all that pure energy from, all that pure consciousness, all that pure, and they thrived. Now it's here. It's in Arizona. Right? I didn't put it there. It's just dead. So that's what the 144,000 is for. You probably one of them. So hold on to the rope. Get back into the holy tablets. Don't let nobody tell you get out of the holy tablet. That's what happened with the Christians. They left the Old Testament, the laws of Moses, right? The law of Abraham, right? And all that shit. They left all that. Now they got this new shit. Jesus is God. You know, pray in the name of Jesus. Pray to Jesus. Worship Jesus. See? And now they worshiping the Son instead of the Father. When the Father Say, pray like this: Our Father who art in heaven. Not our Father who's standing right here next to me. He told him, pray, our Father who art in heaven. So that tells you right there he wasn't the Father. Then you look in Revelation to see Jesus sitting on the right-hand side of the throne, right? Out of the 24 seats, Jesus sitting on the right-hand side, the eyes and the even, the agreeables and the disagreeables, right? Because it's 12 agreeable and it's 12 disagreeable. And the new has the final say. The 25th seat has the final say. And it's not based on good, bad. It's not based on emotions. It's not based off of, favoritism and shit like that. It's based off of what's needed. And news decisions are based off of what's needed. Got nothing to do with emotion and all that shit. It's based off of what's needed. So that's it for the day. I salute y'all. Everybody who tuned in. Everybody who gonna watch it later. Everybody in the chat room, my man King Ellis. That's my man there, King Ellis, man. Salute to you, King Ellis. Salute. I don't know what happened to Anshar, foremost of the heavens. He was supposed to be here, but show goes on, baby. But thank y'all for tuning in. That's right. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I should, which means divine love, which is an action more than a word. You show divine love. You don't speak divine love. You show divine love. It's an action. And I love what I'm doing, man. I love the position I'm in. I love doing what I'm doing. I love getting up in the morning. I love studying all of this so I can just give it to y'all. I'm not selfish. I don't want to be, I ain't just looking out for me. I'm looking out for all. Just like Anu is not selfish. Remember in the Holy Tablets, chapter 1, Anu wants to share his power with you. Anu and Antu. We can't forget about Antu. We're going to get into that tomorrow. Matter of fact, we're going to go into the 9 kings of Niberu tomorrow. I'm going to give y'all how it all started on the planet Niberu. And how we got our first king, which was An and Antu. How they share the throne. Right? I don't never hear women talking about Antu. I don't see that. I don't hear that. Nobody's talking about Antu. Nobody giving Antu her credit. Antu is 50% on that throne. That's how it was set up with the all, which is all the people on the Bible. We'll get into that tomorrow, man. But thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Stay strong. Stay up. Let me see if I can find. I want to find one of Doc's songs. Let me see if I can find one. All right, here go a good one. It's only a dream. We're going to go out with this one. Where's my speaker at? Yeah. Look back up. Make sure we connect it. Thank you. I think this is it. Only a dream. Oh man, we can't even hear that. That's so low. Let me put it on the big screen. All right, we're gonna switch over so y'all can hear it. That's my joint.
My mind thinks it's real. My mind thinks it's real. And it feels
Love y'all.
so good. Yes, it feels so good. But it's only a dream. Only a dream. Only a dream. Don't let us stop. Go back the clock and don't let go. Just hold on. Keep it nice and slow. On and on. 'Cause I know how good it feels. And I still think it's me. Only a dream. Don't let us stop. Hold back the clock. I know I'm asleep. I can feel it from my head to my feet. Oh. And don't let go. Just hold on. Keep it nice and slow. On and on. 'Cause I know how good it feels. And I still think it's real. But and when we stop, hold back the clock. As long as I'm asleep, love is mine and key. Don't you let it go. If you do, I know.